back into the remote forests of Tasmania's wild west coast. I'll be hiking back into a river where I worked on my last video. This was the location where I found an incredible amount of gold under a beautiful waterfall. I was able to dig up almost 3/4 of an ounce of gold under this location, and I could not wait to return. So let's get back down there now and see how we go. The waterfall that gave up half an ounce of gold. So excited to be back here. Let's go have a look at that crevice that gave it up. There it is there. So just down in there, another, they kept running through it, tightened up just in the middle, but opened up again up in there. But to think that, yeah, almost 20 grams of gold sitting just below this beautiful waterfall. So the plan for today, I'll just double check that I haven't missed anything. There might be something up in behind that big rock, I'm not sure. I did have a pretty good look over all of this pool here and a little bit up in there, but just double check, because it only takes obviously a small pocket to give up a lot of gold like it did on the last trip here. But yeah, I'm on a mission today to make something happen, so let's get into it. The first thing that I always do is fill up my snuffer bottle. That way the weight of the water makes it less likely that it'll float away on me. I know a lot of you will be thinking put a string around it, and I know a lot of people use that technique, but for me the pocket on my wetsuit works really well. I went back to the same crevice to make sure there was nothing left over. At the base of this crevice is some really brown yucky clay. This stuff makes visibility poor, even when the visibility wasn't good to begin with. And sure enough, in amongst that clay, I'd missed a few flakes of gold. I always get accused of making the gold sniping look easy. In this video today, I'm going to let these scenes play through a bit, and you guys can see a little bit more of the techniques that I use and some of the challenges I have while I'm working for the gold. It turned out that I'd missed quite a bit of gold. Somehow I'd missed even a larger picker.
In such a rich deposit like this, it pays to even check small cracks in the bedrock just like this one. And these rocks are packed in there super tight. And sure enough, after all that hard work, there was a nice piece of gold inside. I normally wouldn't show this much of the work involved in trying to get to these pieces of gold, and this would only be half of the footage that's been recorded. I would move my way behind a large boulder that was sitting below the waterfall, just to see if any gold had dropped out behind. Large obstructions in the river like logs, rocks, and anything that creates a low pressure zone are good spots to look for gold. It's also where the gravels would collect, so I'd need to use my shovel as well. After a good 45 minutes of moving gravel and checking the little cracks in the bedrock below this rock, it turned out that there was no gold. I found on the right hand side of this pool below the waterfall was what I call scraggly bedrock. This is the type of bedrock that I typically find gold on. I was extremely surprised to find that there was no gold here either. I moved my way further up under the waterfall, and then I did begin to find some.
Just come to this little waterfall and done a boil hole down in here. It's littered with gold. Have a look. It wasn't even tight packed. I literally just moved the gravels and there was gold.
It's extremely rare to find gold under loose gravel, especially in a boil hole like this one. Once I'd cleaned up the gold from that boil hole, it was time to move above the falls now and go on the hunt to see what else I could find.
No bedrock up here so far. Doesn't look like there's any bedrock up here. She's all thick gravel. A bit over on this edge.
I eventually found the next section of bedrock that I wanted to work. This location had a lot of boil holes, and from the luck I'd had on the last one, I thought I'd better give this a good go. I noticed a large rock and some gravel sitting over the top of another boil hole. The question was, could I remove it? It's moments like these when I wish I had brought my crowbar. I eventually got the big rock moved, and sure enough, in the boil hole below there was some nice tight packed gravel with gold in it. Breaking up this cemented gravel that had been sitting under the rock was a fair bit of work, but once you got through it, there was some nice bits of gold in it.
There's gold in it! Woo! I'm not even at the bottom yet.
And once again, these boil holes were just below the base of another small waterfall. Lots and lots of little pieces, but they all add up. And the old saying is that small gold weighs heavy. At the back of this hole there was a couple of larger pieces. The larger bits hide at the back. That's usually where the water first drops them out.
Little picker in there.
This boil hole was huge, so I began shoveling the gravel out with my hand up onto the bedrock above. That way I could work through the material and see if there was gold amongst it.
Oh yeah. Look at that. A little nugget. Woo.
An awesome little nuggety piece that was the first of the day of anything that size.
don't think I'm anywhere near the bottom yet. This is insane.
An old nail had got itself caught in this boil hole as well. Any heavy junk like iron or lead always ends up where the gold goes.
She's littered. There's so much in there.
This process was extremely time consuming, but as I kept working those gravels, the gold continued to show. And once again, a nice little chunky piece for the snuffer.
Little picker, yeah. The bottom of this boil hole's got a crevice down in the real base of it. I'll grab the other camera and show you how much gold's in there.
It's really hard to see because the turbulent water keeps pulling the gravel back in over the gold. Every single boil hole on this day required so much work to clean out, because each of them had hundreds of pieces of gold, probably more like tens of pieces, but it seemed like hundreds. This hole was pretty deep, and it required a fair bit of holding my breath. I began working behind another large ledge in the bedrock. So many times I've found gold like this. It can be difficult because these spots are usually little eddies where the water goes all silty, but with a lot of patience you can get a lot of gold from these locations.
So much gold in here. Woo.
It had been such a long day, but with so much gold still showing, it was really hard to leave the river.
Now that's a pocket of gold.
Yeah, it felt like I got a bit. Got all the overburden. It's snuffing it. Started blowing back out. Oh heck yeah. That was a good day.
Wow.
Yeah, another similar day to the waterfall day. Little nail that was down in a boil hole with the gold.
Was this on a crack as well?
This was a little bit out of the waterfall spot, and then some boil hole, heap of boil holes actually. I've learnt something about this river. It seems to like being in boil holes. Keep the little nail in there for now. I don't know, I got it all. Just like micro-y looking stuff. Just one spot that I worked today, but there was heaps of it and it just tripped the life out of it. It's a good day. Wow.
That's heaps.
It's all the same size, like there's no, amongst all that gold, there was very little nugget stuff. It's chunky, but all the same size.
Yeah. Wow. And you started late.
Yeah, didn't get there till 11:30. The other dirty bits. Oh, I got a lead shot and I didn't even know I'd got one. Visibility was shocking. Working in the cloudy stuff.
Look how stained some of them are.
Yeah. Before we weigh this gold today, a massive thanks to you guys for the response to the last video of mine. I asked for you guys to drop comments and likes, and my word, it was overwhelming. There was over 1,000 comments. I still think that video might be going a little bit. So yeah, I was really stoked with the response that you guys gave, and very appreciative. So don't forget to do that again today if you could. The likes and the comments do help, and YouTube will be more likely to recommend. An idea of their size. A little 1/4 grammers, I reckon. This one I thought was the bigger one, yep, 0.26. Little 0.15 pieces for the other ones. There's a few of these. Very similar in size. Alright, I can hear the noise coming. The kids have just gotten home. Let's make this snappy. We have 11.4 grams of gold. Another awesome day down at the river. and another trip to add to that memory bank. Once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the adventure. Make sure you leave that like and comment, and until next time, happy hunting, and we'll see you all then.